Alright, so it is time to finish Swords and Sandals 2. We have played this entire game so far, only shouting at our opponents until they explode into confetti, and it's time to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you do enjoy it. If you love Swords and Sandals, if you love indie games, if you love flash games, if you love nostalgia, please consider subscribing to the channel. Give the video a like. Also check out the streams where you can watch these before they go live on YouTube with a little bit of editing put into them. And most importantly, have a wonderful day and enjoy. I think we should go on an adventure. 2 charisma! It's giving me 2 charisma. That is exactly what we want to do. Right, send me in a hard deal. Walk me away. Scream at her. Scream at her. Scream at her. Okay, the game is... I don't know about the game getting hard, but the game is certainly getting something. You can't jump that far. I'm afraid I'm gonna have to... I'm gonna have to do this. Shout at her. We have big mouth and we must scream. That's so true, man. She's got the thingy as well. She can bind me as well. No problem. We've leveled up. We're Praetor Evocati. I do like that, and I do like that. We have a lot of points in charisma right now, and I'm pretty happy with like maintaining that for the time being. We have a bunch of spells, but we don't really cast spells either. We don't really cast the spells. Tournament's ready though. We're about halfway through the game. Oh my god, there's a lot. We got to kill 7 people before we beat the boss. 7 people. Okay, you know what? It will probably be fine as long as we root you here, and then I just jumped towards her. Like, what am I doing? We just scream at her. That's good damage. Just keep screaming, brother. I can't. Just levitate me away. And then I'm gonna bind her here. The 3rd ad finishing me got sent to another 3 ads. I don't really know like what the solution is. I guess like you could have like Twitch chat up, but also have the YouTube stream up. Every fight is another level up, man. You know what, man? I'm gonna keep going into charisma here. Gladiator. Why am I not moving? Hello? Okay, I don't like this one bit. You're healing way too much. Get me out of here. You know what? We'll bind you. We're gonna levitate away. You just finished the video. Which one did you watch? Was it the neighbors one? I'm a big fan of that game. Was pretty cool. Although, granted, I was admittedly terrible at it, but still. I feel like they're becoming more resistant. He's got no agility though, man. He's casting spells though. Tabby, can I be honest, Tom? I know you're probably still here. I have a wishlisted game on Steam, and it comes into early access tomorrow. 100 humans versus a gorilla. I'm just saying that it's gonna happen. Do you know what's really bad? I actually watched the video that was posted on. Like I sat because I got like an email that was like, oh, somebody's commented on the video, and I was like, what are people saying about the second channel video? I'm curious, right? Second channel video was like, it has literally been weeks and Ross is still talking about the gorilla. I was like, I don't know if that's true. I need to like have a look and watch through it. It was like not just like a 30-minute video of me talking about how 100 humans like would beat a gorilla in a fight, but it was also like a 30-minute video about me talking about how like if I was forced to do so, I could kill a dog with my bare hands. And I had to sit there and think like, man, I think I turned to like B and was like, I am so glad that like that was not the video that I posted on YouTube the day that we like first started talking and you asked me what my YouTube channel was. And because like realistically, I could imagine, right, that I would probably not pass the vibe check if you're like, oh, this person's a YouTuber, I wonder what they do, and it is like 30 minutes of like how like I would absolutely clear a dog in Mortal Kombat. Like it just It's not like a great look, I'd imagine, and quite frankly, like I 100% like would not blame anybody for being like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with this person ever. Frankly, like I honestly like you know, because it is absurd what I'm asking. Give me a point into S's show. I don't like plan on using any of these spells. It's just to get points into it. Frankly, that's awesome for PR. Yeah, you'd think so, man, but it. I don't know. I don't think it. I don't know. It doesn't mean that I'm wrong. I just want to make that clear. Like, it doesn't mean that I wouldn't clear a dog, and that any of you could clear a dog. This is good RNG. He's moving quite fast. I don't like that. But does she think you could clear a dog? It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Literally does not matter, because I know what the facts are. And that's the only thing that matters. The facts are that, like, bro doesn't want to hear a YouTuber monologuing for 30 seconds about how we'd queer a dog, peak content. I know, man. I even did, like, a motivational... You could put it to, like, the tune of, like... Whoa, break me down, bury me, bury me. You could put that song in the background when I was getting real heated about it, man. I was getting real heated about it. Anyway, tournament champion. Starting off strong. I think I can keep him stun locked. Wow! Where did he go, man? Wait, escape me? No, return, because that cancels my... You know what? I'm going to have to jump. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're the champions. Won the tournament. It's as easy as that, man. Just to be clear, you still can. That's not true, bro. I can clear a dog. So insane. I will admit, I maybe have talked about it like a little bit too much, right? There's every possibility that, like... do you know what? I do blame you. I was saying as well yesterday that, like, view count was, like, up more than normal. People were mentioning it. And I was like, I bet Tom's loving this, because it's just more collateral damage for him to cook a grenade, drop it in the room, and then leave, right? And I think that was a flash in the pan. I think that was just like a perfect storm of things that happened. I don't think that that's going to be a viewer count that, like, persists. But nevertheless. But what size dog, though? I honestly don't think the size of the dog matters. I really don't. I think it... I don't know. There are dogs that 1v1 bears. Sure, but, like, bears don't have opposable thumbs and, like, these guns. Alright? So how about you chill out? They just don't have it, man. They don't have the sauce. This is genuinely infuriating to hear. You can't listen. You're acting on bad faith, because I said a dog in a 1v1 and you said a pack of wolves. What are you dog? Listen, what do you mean? Okay, you can't be like, oh yeah, you could never 1v1 a pack of wolves, and I'm like, brother, like, probably not. If there's like 10 dogs, 10 wolves, and also wolves are like kind of like not exactly dogs, right? Like, they are canines, I guess, I suppose, but, like, you know, they're not like when you associate a dog with a, you don't think of a wolf, a dire wolf that's like 8 feet when it stands on its hind legs, right? Bear or silverback? Bear 100%. Well, it depends what kind of bear it is. But, like, at the end of the day, like, I think, like, if you were a fit human being, there's a very solid possibility that, like, you would... I mean, like, people win fight animal... Like, I don't know, man. What did our ancestors do? They probably did win fights against wolves. That's all I'm saying. Anyway. 50 in a row. Bro thinks he's fighting a beagle. I think I could fight, like, honest to goodness, like a Rottweiler or like a pit bulls or chill. Well, not chill. I should not say that word, but like, I'm gonna increase my maximum essence point by 10%. That seems pretty rad. They had weapons. Okay, but what if they didn't? Are you telling me that there's not like good? Well, there's not gonna be good examples because we're talking about like before history existed, I suppose, right? But you tell me that like there wasn't, you know, people rocking fights versus dogs like 40,000 years ago or something? Did you ever do the thing where you made your name? Wait, what does that do? I don't know what that is. I would win a fight against an XL bully, no problem, by virtue of the fact that I am not a toddler, which is their main source of nutrition. Human strength is even worse. Everybody keeps on talking about human strength against dogs as if like that is a defining factor of a fight. Everybody. Oh, their jaw strength is XYZ, this amount of PSIs, but like, brother, I have opposable thumbs that can be jammed straight into eyes and ears, okay? And up bottoms. You either believe what you're saying. I do believe that you could queer a dog. I don't know. I believe that any human being here that is like able-bodied could queer a dog. No shot, dude. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills, man. It'd make your stats completely messed up when you randomize your character. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. It makes me go. I'm going crazy. Corrupt your save. Well, I'm on the 12th tournament, so I think we can agree that like my save isn't that messed up. Crash saying he could clear a 60-kilogram dog. Yeah. Hell, that's my guy right there. When was the last time you were in a fight? Well, I like basically never, but like, what does that have to do with anything? I'm fighting an animal, not a human being. I rest my case. What are you saying? I'm not fighting like a 90-kilogram human. I'm fighting like 45 to 60-kilogram, but like quadrupedal animal. You're getting demolished. I'm not gonna get demolished. Right, somebody set it up. Just somebody said, I'm gonna have to kill a dog. I'm sorry, I don't want to have to do it, but I'm gonna have to kill a dog. I'm sorry. Just infuriating. Get some whimsy in your life? Yeah, God forbid a girl get a little bit whimsical, man. Jesus. Let a guy get his derp on, man. Like, what's your problem? People have no faith in me, right? I don't understand. I don't know where it comes from. I mean, I guess like experience, I suppose. But was that the arena? The arena champion? It was. And we get to hear the best music. The tournament. You just won the tournament. You know what? Just keep giving me new helmets. Once again, you stand where others expect you to fall. Very true. I'm just that kind of guy. We've taken out so many people. Although, I'm going to be honest with you, looking at the upcoming champions, it does look like we have to kill Satan and also like Archangel Gabriel as well at some point, or Archangel Michael. Which, admittedly, is probably easier said than done, but I will just shout at them. This game is a bit too long. I mean, like, you say that, but like, imagine it's 15 years ago. Consider the options. Imagine the value for money if this is 15 years ago. Not so much a lack of faith, more like objective truth. I bet I could pick you up by one hand, Tom. I bet I could pick you up with one hand, man. Level 40. Huge news. We're Optimus. That trophy's looking mighty yoked there, man. You know, like, wow, we crit her. I think about, like, back in the day when I'd be playing, like, a PlayStation 1 game or like an N64 game and then be, like, kind of sad when I completed it in a couple of days. And I'm thinking, like, oh, man, I guess they do make games that are longer these days, but I actually think it's not so much that the games weren't long. I think it's just that I had, like, a lot more free time because I was, like, a 10-year-old. And after, like, primary school, it's not like I had a lot of appointments or errands to run or, like, things to actually do. So, like, I could see where me completing like an N64 game very quickly could be not the game's fault, I suppose. You are not the Undertaker. I'm not saying, but you don't have to be the Undertaker to like choke a dog out, man. I'm just saying. Like, I think you underestimate how valuable the fact that we're bipedal is, and the fact that we are smart and know what to go for. This is what this is the remake version. This is the redo. So it's like the remaster. Dude, we're one-shotting when we get the armor down. You're off your rocker. I really don't think I am. I really don't think I am. Once I've got that thing in a headlock, it is like well and truly over for that animal. So I gotta stop talking about it because it's getting more and more psychopathic. Each and every time I like continue to talk about it, like I think people may be led to the assumption that I plan on actually going through with something like this in order to prove that it's doable. But I know it's doable, man. Swap places with me. Sleepy. Hello, Testo, by the way. How you doing, matey? I did not want to do that. Swap me back. I would love to be in a position. What just happened? Was that like a sudden death situation there? Like, what the? How many dogs would it take for you to start losing the fight? I'd say like very easy, like 2 or 3 probably, and I'd start losing. I think like I'd probably if they were clamped onto like both of my arms, 2 heavy 60 kg dogs, then I'm gonna get exhausted like insanely quickly. Is this the same guy? Did we not just beat this guy? Stun him. There we go. Did I beat the Baskerville dog? The Hound of the Baskerville? I don't know. I don't think the Hound of the Baskerville is real. So like, I don't know what type of dog is the Hound of the Baskerville. Because like that isn't that that's like a Sherlock Holmes thing, right? Now throwing Cujo. But you are entering in extra variables, which is I'm pretty sure Cujo had rabies. Which I think is that we did not discuss those terms. But also we've also had a deep discussion about whether or not that counts as the dog winning or a draw. Or me winning because I killed the dog and then I die of rabies afterwards, okay? So I'm so sorry, Fabulous. I was looking back at like analytics for Twitch, and I saw a thing that was like, oh, here's the engagement from your go live notification, and like how effective they've been. And I like scrolled back a bit, and I found one that I did like must have been like 2 or 3 years ago, and it was just like that message, and the engagement on it was like through the roof. It was absolutely through the roof, man. Like I couldn't believe how much it was, man. When the enemy does damage to you a lot of times in a row, they get a buff that doubles their damage. Oh, Horror No Way. Thank you for the guidance, man. Appreciate it. In a row? I feel like I'm fighting a lot of characters that look exactly the same. Huge. We love starting by blasting off all their armor. But anyway, Dot still takes you out. Rabies, listen, we need to. I don't want to say we need to touch grass, right? We can't be considering like, I don't know, like a disease, like a damage over time. I guess like very technically it is, but I don't know. Is this your SPRT? Your salad before proceeding? What? I'm sorry, no, sorry, not the real Northern Light. What does that mean, brother? Ross, you barely clear a Doberman, and only if you catch it off guard. 2 dogs. Yeah, I'm not saying. I literally said that, Tom. I'm not to say that like it's not potentially winnable, but like I'm saying that like 2 dogs very much like immediately reduces your chance of success very quickly, you know? Tatuki the Volcano. Earn 500,000 golds. Ooh! Tournament. You just won the tournament. I'm gonna take the new helmet again, please. Except as long as you go to the doctor after you're bitten, you'll survive rabies 100 times out of 100 until the outbreak is curable. I actually like... I'm assuming that once it becomes infected, that's when you're cooked. I actually don't know nearly... I know that it's got like 100% mortality rate at a point, but I guess like there obviously must be something to curb that particular situation like quite early on. Winning a fight happens when you step out of the ring, not in the hospital. Thank you, Juice. That's my dude. Twitch chat. We gotta start heading back over to YouTube. That's where the actual like learned people are. The reasonable beings, man. That's where they are. That's where the thinkers, man. The ponderers, the understanders. I don't want to hear it, man. Twitch chat are insane. Are you winning? Against a dog, yes. In this game, yes, also. There is, but it involves multiple injections in the spine. It's a small price to pay. The pain of like getting a bone marrow injection or whatever into my spine or whatever, spinal injection, is merely nothing compared to that satisfaction I will get from telling Tom that I the dog. YouTube does understand, man. They're the understanders. YouTube chat has dumb takes 90% of the time. Stop glazing them. That's not true. They like literally of this stream, the only like actually coherent, intelligent thing I've seen is from Twitch chat, man. Listen, bro. Listen. I don't. You like know that that's not true. I mean, I guess like it's kind of like goes both ways because like I don't think anybody has any intelligent opinions on Twitch for the most part either. But still, you just called YouTube the thinkers because like brother. I mean, you all came from YouTube. You may not have been on the live stream side of YouTube, but you still... Oh, listen, how did you find me? You didn't just find me browsing the internet, okay? You found me because one day, like, YouTube... In 2019, YouTube decided to recommend you, like, a video of me ganking, but every time I gank, I type in all chat, and then... I don't know, you're just still here for some reason. I don't know why. And I'm blessed to have you here, but, like, I don't know why. It decided on that one specific day in May of 2019 to be like, why don't you check this guy out? I think it was Happy Birthday Fiddlesticks. Damn, you got me. It could go either way. Not everybody's from 2019, but like most people came in from like 2019, 2020, okay? What's the context here? Like, does Twitch want to just randomly want to fight dogs? Is there a meaning behind it? Okay, so Alex, for anybody that is watching on Twitch, which is some of you, Tom is a member of this stream. He's a regular here. And what on earth do you think you're doing? What he likes to do is he'll come into the stream. He works, by the way, and sometimes like he'll be working while joining the stream. He'll come on. He'll ask an inflammatory question that he knows I will fall for because I can't help myself, and then leave. And the last time he did this was a couple days ago, and he was asking if I would be able to beat a dog in a 1v1 fight. That was like 3 or 4 days ago. And as you can clearly tell, I have not gotten over that conversation quite yet. You can't use Tom, but it's always Tom! It's always Tom, man! I found you on YouTube because I just got into League. I was looking for meme builds. Your dumb niche knowledge of weird interactions with items taught me all the game knowledge I have. It's a shame that I have never once been able to actually like practically apply that to like being better at the game, I suppose. Glassy, one of my favorite creators, had great taste in Flash games. I appreciate it, brother. Epic Battle Fantasy series, my favorite series that went from Flash game to Steam game. Ooh. I kind of like, I think like it's unfortunate because obviously you have to like pay for games, but with like, you know, I think there's one as well. I don't know. Did anybody play Jack Smith when they were younger? Apparently, I never played it. I never heard of it. But apparently, it's an extremely prolific Flash game, and it's coming to Steam in a couple days or something. I think it is, or it's already out. I think maybe potentially. How long have you been here from, Chico? I mean, like, can I check how long you've been following for? I don't even know. You see your viewer card, but you've been following since January 2019. So actually, that is pretty. That's before the blow up of 2019. So you are kind of like prenatal in some regards. Wukong with bananas. That was a 2017 or 2016 type beat, if I recall. Okay, well, you know what? I'm just letting you hammer on my head for no reason. There's not a single universe where Ross clears a wolf. Not a single one. None. Yeah, but what about the universe where I am a gigantic man and the wolf is a tiny little this size? Explain. Your balls in your court, buddy. You're wrong. Frankly, I don't even imagine a universe where like a singular wolf has beef with me, right? Because like realistically, like lone wolves, I don't think like actually really like I don't know about exist. Like there's probably wolves out there roaming around, but like it's probably because like they're sick or injured or old, right? Bosh. Been watching on YouTube way before coming to Twitch. Yeah, I know, but I don't have a reference for how long you've been followed. I just have to take you at your word on that one, which I do, by the way. More points in charisma. More points in Bargle's Apprentice. Wonderful. First video was the Shrek skin. You know that Shrek video from playing Alistair? I was rendering that video for 18 hours over and over again because of the copyright claim that was on it, and I couldn't figure out what the claim was because it didn't give me any information as to why there was a claim to begin with. As it would turn out, it's because of the word Shrek. So I removed the name Shrek and called it like a green man in a swamp who likes onions, and then that was totally fine. That was like the problem. I cannot even begin to wonder why that might have been. My only possible explanation for as to why that happened was like the Shrek is love, Shrek is life thing from like like years ago, and maybe like is it DreamWorks that do the DreamWorks that do Shrek? I think they're just like, nah, we don't want we don't want anything on YouTube to do with Shrek to have any money being made from it. We cannot incentivize people doing this. Oh, we're fighting the slave driver. We're getting a revenge on this guy. Hell yeah. I can accept that Ross beats a dog. I'm not gonna like read the parentheses that say he doesn't. I'm just gonna read the part that says that I was right and you were wrong. That guy's got a lot of armor and a lot of HP, and he's also gigantic. That's big hit though. That's a bigger hit. See, like a regular wolf, like even male, right? How much do they weigh? I'm not talking like a dire wolf from like Game of Thrones, by the way. I'm talking about like just like a random, like your average, regular, whatever the most common breed of wolf is. Between 50 to 80 kilograms. Okay, 80 kilograms on the higher side of things, that's going to be probably a bit of a problem. That being said, I don't know, like, have you guys ever watched I Am Legend? Like, Will Smith chokes out like a rabid dog in that movie, man. And it's very, very sad. It is a sad movie, but he does do it. And I'm not saying that I'm Will Smith, right? Okay? But I just said I'm not Will Smith, man. It's not a rabid dog. It's like infected or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I use rabid in replacement. Yeah, I know the dog is his dog. I know it's very sad, but like it's like an infected animal. I use rabid as like a replacement for like infected, I suppose. I'm basically if there's an infinite number of universes and an infinite number of possibilities, that would stand to posit that there is at least one universe where actually I am Will Smith. Okay, balls of your court, buddy. Oh my god, no way. You played this game for hours? Yeah, because it's a banger of a game, buddy. I am actually using scumbag tactics, though. There is no doubt about it. Good shit. He's going to break free on this turn. Doesn't matter, though, because you're getting boshed, mate. Yes! And I am legend. That dog is rad, but also rather small as dogs go. Yeah, but also that infection, like, is like, I mean, presumably like a pain inhibitor, because like they don't feel pain because they're like dead, I guess, or whatever. So like you could argue that they're like several times stronger than what they would be because they're not worried about tearing ligaments or the human inhibitions that stop us from actually exerting our full, like, you, as a human being, like you can't exert your full body strength even if you tried, because, you know, it would shatter all the, you know, tear your muscles up and stuff like that, right? Like there's some like small limit to how much strength you can exert. That's why like adrenaline kind of like makes you like not feel pain and go get you juiced up. A meteor shower. Gladiator. Molten death. Yeah, sure. That's exactly why they are. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why I hate? So what's that? 2015 then? Well, I mean, I figured the whole point of like any fast zombie movie where the zombies like actually go rapid speed. You know what? I'm just gonna try it. Obviously missed. Is it like, oh, they're so strong because they don't have like, they don't have to worry about hurting themselves or whatever, right? And yeah, I guess they do end up broken, but they're also, they don't care, I suppose, is the point. I do wonder, like, you don't have to answer this, Tom, because I'm not going to go like skulking into your background here. But I would love to know like what other people you actually watch on or interact with their community in some regard, like on Twitch or YouTube or whatever. Because like I'm not saying like I'm gonna like call your parents and ask them like if you. I'm scared actually. I need to swap places with you. But I feel like it would be maybe like quite an illuminating conversation if like you have another person that you're a regular in their stream and I'm like, hey, do you know like Tom? We have a conversation about it. Just see what, because I have a theory in my head, right? That you're actually like a really, really wonderful, wholesome, lovely, nice guy, and like every other stream is just here. It's just you just have a problem. You just have a problem with me. Gladiator. Gladiator. I think we can actually use the leap of lions to fly over people. Hello, voices of the insane. Hello, matey. Just to be clear, you could not even 1v1 a Walking Dead zombie, much less an infected one from The Last of Us. Dude, like, literally Carl is a child and he is like screwdrivering zombies. What do you mean I couldn't do it? You're just saying things at this point, man. How's I watch all my Nine Kings content through your channel? You don't have the early access to the early access. I know, man. It's fine. 2 days. 2 more days. 2 more days. 2 more days. Yeah, the game's called Swords and Sandals. Look inside, it's all magic spells and people shouting at each other. What are we talking about here, man? Gladiator. Gladiator. None. You have all the privilege of interacting with it. Do you seriously not go to anyone else's stream at all? It's just me. I don't know, like, if I should be full privileged or not, because like that is quite sweet in a weird way. People in The Walking Dead get killed all the time by slow-moving zombies. Yeah, because like they're written to be stupid. like you're asking me to 1v1 a walk, a shambler, bro, a walker. You're just so. And I fall for it every single time, and I do love it. Don't get me wrong, I love it, but like you're out of your mind. I'm sorry to say. I'm just sorry to say, man. You just say bro thinks he can kill a walker ICBA, but like I could kill it. We're just upgrading to make me seem more and more psychopath. Wow, more and more psychopathic as time goes on. I mean, I'm getting hits here. I'm getting hits here. I'm scared. Back me up. Okay, we need to root you, and then you're trapped. I got you in the blender now, buddy. Do you plan to play E33? Expedition 33? Love to see your reaction to story beats. I'm gonna go ahead and say probably not. I think that like it's like I'm curious to play it in my own time. But much like Blueprints, I think it's like, at least as a stream game, one of those games where like a lot of people have already seen or picked their person to watch to play it. What on earth? Okay, I may actually lose here because this guy is insanely fast. I'm just gonna root you, and then I'm gonna do this. And then hope that we hit. Ay caramba. No. Swap back. Okay, we got a hit in. Swap places, please. Dude, this guy is freaking me out, man. He's freaking me out. Oh, God. Okay. Do you beat a zombie from World War Z or 28 days later? One, I mean, like, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Buy some armor. I should buy some armor. Bro, what? Okay, we have to kill Satan next, which is cool. We should hit up the armory. I think you're right. We have not picked up like any new armor in quite a while. Where is the limit for what I can buy? Okay, I can buy like the best item. Item purchased. I don't have any money. Wait, we can sell. Can we sell? Oh, do we have anything that's worth anything? Sell me. Sell me. These are expensive. Item sold. Item sold. Earn 1,000,000 gold. Oh. I've got 500,000, bro. Okay, I think that's good enough that we can probably... Do we have enough for everything, though? We have that equipped already. Sweet. 87k. No sweat. Item purchased. Legendary sandals. Legendary shield. I'm dripped out now. Oh my god. I am so dripped out. Unbelievable. Go straight into the tournament. Once a long time back. I feel like World War Z zombies is more manageable, but if it's solo. I don't know if I've ever. I think I've only watched the Your Movie Sucks video on World War Z, and admittedly the World War Z ones do seem a little bit more like, they seem like unrealistically fast comparative to like 28 Days Later. Like, it's obviously like a lower budget movie. Like, they run as fast as a human being can run, but I feel like the World War Z ones, like, they go like max speed. There's some supernatural vibe to. What side did he land on? I need the camera to readjust here. Push him. Everybody is jumping like freaks, and I hate it. Stun him. Stun him. Steal his energy. Steal his energy. Infuriate him. Steal his energy. Kill him. You're delusional. What's the total armor? 4,500 armor. Yeah, because I got crazy money, man. Because I've still got the starter club. I've got the club that you start the game with, man. Navori, kick play side with the raid, man. How you doing? Do you think, Navori, you know what, thank you so much to the raid. Can you help me answer a question? Do you think you could kill a dog? Ross, you'd be the first one to die in both of these universes. I don't go outside that much. Do you think that, like, I'm not going to be absolutely chilling? Ross, do you remember Real European Patriot? I do remember Real European Patriot. I remember he entered the stream and his first message was, "Can I ask you a question?" And I very specifically was like, okay, as long as the question is not about like something like eugenics, like a very, very like controversial, incredibly messed up conversation. And I was like, I don't know why I flagged in my brain, right? This person is a troublemaker. Like, frame one, like he just said, "Can I ask you a question?" And I was like, what's the most like messed up thing I think you could ask a random person for absolutely no reason? Let's talk about eugenics, okay? And then he was like, okay, never mind. Yeah, never mind. It's 4 AM, so I can actually reach. It's 4 AM. Gladiator. But I don't remember what else he was saying. Sign, do you remember what else he was saying? I remember like the eugenics thing and being like, right, roger that. But I don't remember a tremendous amount of what else he was. I know he was like, obviously he was off the perks a little bit, man. He was like your local fentanyl dealer, but he was, I don't know. Okay, hold on. We're gonna do this. We're gonna. I can't. He's too close to me. I can't do that. In that case, big damage. Swap place with me. Push him. Pin him to the ground. It's time to levitate. He was kind of like Tom before Tom started coming to the stream. Except like in his case, like the conversations that you would have. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure they did make it into YouTube videos, but like you could tell that he was like very, very close to like making a video unmonetizable if I was to read out his messages. You ever play Heli Attack 2? You know I've been on Heli Attack, bro. Don't even ask me. You know I be going on Heli Attack, bro. Okay, that didn't do as much damage as I thought. I thought for some reason it would do more, but it's like, oh my god! You're scaring me, man. Stop jumping all over the place. Swap places. Okay, we can get him stun locked. Everybody's got like a heal, man. Everybody's got like a, oh, I get to resurrect back to full or some degree of HP for no reason. Okay, you know what, buddy? Get rooted to the ground. I'm levitating. This isn't the arena champion, right? This isn't. We're killing Satan this time. Ross, a SEAL Team 6 member demolishes you with his bare hands in ways you cannot fathom. What makes you think you can take a wolf or worse, a zombie? Yeah, absolutely. I don't think there's any debate that like a SEAL Team 6 member would kill me. What if we were to fight in Mortal Kombat? I was to fight in Mortal Kombat with a SEAL Team 6 person. Oh, that's what they have. I don't think there's any question at all that like I would lose. Like, I mean, I'm that's not, brother. I said I like pancakes, and you're asking if I hate waffles, man. Like, I don't know. You're all caps to me as if I'm saying that I could beat something like a member of SEAL Team 6. Like, I don't think I'm out here like, yeah, the guys that call Osama. Like, I could definitely take them. And I probably could if like they were asleep and I had like a big hammer or something, right? Like, but that's a very specific scenario where they literally do not even know I'm there, right? But I wouldn't really consider that taking them, you know? That's just like, you're gonna lose my mind. Listen, I don't even know what you're so mad about, man. I'm not saying, you're saying that a SEAL Team 6 member could beat a wolf and... Like, I mean, I feel like this, in the situation of like a dog, a wolf, or a zombie, like a Walking Dead zombie, I feel like a SEAL Team 6 member is like the final boss. He's not just like, he's not the lowest rung on that ladder. He's the top of the food chain, and that, and the like, zombie, dog, me, SEAL Team 6 member, that he's at the top, man. I'm sorry you don't see it as such, but it is true. We got lucky on that one. I would simply fight him on land where he's unable to navigate without water. So funny, so very funny. I love to be so funny. Oh my god, I love making YouTube videos and being so funny. SEAL Team 6 member actually not as badass. Maybe not like, I don't know what you're talking about, but like, I mean, let's be honest though, right? I think like it's not unreasonable in any regard to be like a SEAL Team 6 member could probably like clear 99% of the population in like, you know, 1 versus 1 hand-to-hand combat, you know? I don't think that's that out with the realms of possibility. They're kind of like top 1% of like people you don't want to mess with, I'd imagine. Good hit, good hit. Good hits! SES is scarier. SES is terrifying. Yeah, but they'll probably be like part of that 1% that could beat them though. I'm not, listen, this isn't like a competition as to like who's the scariest, because then at that point, because SES is like British, right? You were getting into like a peeing contest about like, you know, each nation's spec ops or special operatives or whatever. Scandinavian Airlines is pretty scary. So true, man. But that being said though, and the same tone as like Britain, Ryanair or Jet2 is clears them as well as being terrifying. Like, you wouldn't trust your life on one of these flights. Which, what airline is it that... I got nothing to worry about, but I'm going to use the word allegedly just in case. What's the airline whose like flights are allegedly having doors coming off the side of the airplane? Is it Delta? Spirit? Tournament. Boeing? Oh, it's just the planes, right? It's just the planes. It's not the airline company, right? Okay. It's the planes that they rented out, right? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I forgot how like Forgot how like the world works for a moment there. Sorry. I can't listen. I don't even think it was like that controversial a thing where I'm like I could beat a dog in a 1v1. I didn't think I'd have to like fight for my life and be backed into a corner because I'm saying that like I could beat a zombie from The Walking Dead, even though like Carl Grimes, who's like literally like 11 years old in it, can also do that and beat a zombie as well, you know? Like at the time of like Carl's first kill with a zombie, I mean, I'd appreciate, by the way, when we're talking like combat, I in all honesty, I admit I am thinking like I get to use a weapon, because I'm putting myself into the realm of like the context of a zombie apocalypse. Hand to hand, I still think I'd win, but like I would obviously probably get scratched or bitten at the same time if I didn't have a weapon. It'd be quite difficult, I'd admit. Unless I had like, I could pick what clothes I was wearing, in which case like, I guess I'd wear a helmet and like I don't know, like the stuff that you use to like train like dogs to fight, like to bite people, like canine unit training gear. But yeah, and then that was, thank you, Flitter. Greatly appreciate that, by the way, because that's what I was about to say next as well. Carl Grimes can kill a zombie. I could kill, and the first time he ever takes out a zombie on his own, I could beat the hell out of him. I would win a fight versus Carl Grimes at that age, no doubt. Yeah, but what weapon? I don't really know, man. I don't know what my weapon of choice is. I know that used to be like a really popular thing back in the 2010s. What's his name? Max something's zombie survival guide. Like I owned the PDF of that book. I had my zombie battle plan all figured out once upon a time. Baseball bat hands down. It's not a bad weapon, man. It can't be like a hatchet or an axe because they might have a tendency to get stuck in the target, you know. I'm just gonna root you there. Thanks for knocking me back, buddy. Appreciate it. This is fight 1, man. I would probably have said spears, but then I also think that it's probably kind of risky because because you know you're if you miss is unfortunate. A simple duct tape jacket would prevent most zombie attacks. Yeah, it's a good point. Very good point. Another learned thinker on YouTube who actually gets it. Thank God. Starting to think that it was like a extinct species of person. Any metal object with good dimensions. I think like I don't think just any metal object is where you're looking to cook here, to be honest with you. Swap me. I'm gonna freeze you right there, because I don't think you can hit me from there. And we're gonna shout it out. Most underrated gladiator weapon. I'm thinking a weighted net. I'm pretty sure, like, is it the Cestus? Who is it that uses the nets, man? Because I swear they were like actually goated in and like when gladiators were a thing. Were they not like absolutely unfathomably like the trident plus weighted net combo was like actually unbeatable. Like that was like the gladiator meta. Was it Myrmidons? I don't remember, man, but like imagine having your little gladius or whatever about to go into the arena and then somebody like it's like getting like counterpicked in top lane. You're like, oh my god, it's like a ranged top laner. You're like, oh my god, net and trident combo. Oh god, every single time with the net and trident combo, man. How does the shouting work? They appear to take no damage for 5 hits and then spontaneously combust. Yeah, so shouting has like a random chance. I don't know how random it is. I don't know the calculations of doing basically nothing. Taunting them forward, knocking them back, stealing their energy, stunning them, or doing damage. And you're just kind of like shouting at them, hoping that it's the doing damage part of it. That's kind of it, unfortunately. So right now, we knock him back. He's not got good agility though. He's got good agility. He's dead though. I'd go for a longsword. I don't know, man. I don't know what I would go for. What, against zombies or in Gladiator combat? But I do think that, like, in the Gladiator arenas, I think you'll be hard pressed to find like a more goated loadout than net plus Trident. I think like it's just too good, man. You don't really have to have any skill to throw the net. I appreciate there was skill to it, but like, all you gotta do is catch a little bit of that person, and then they're in trouble. You've unlocked a new arena, the Emperor's Palace. Only the rare and mighty few ever do battle in the hallowed halls of Emperor Antarus Palace. You've been invited, but flinch for a moment, and it may prove your undoing. Ooh! Honestly, rock me some more Magicka, please. Appreciate that. Gladiator. We have a 20% chance of resurrecting if we die in combat. Well, but if you miss the net, you're kind of cooked. Yeah, but like, I'd say that, like, given the net coverage, like, you're not going to throw it from far away. You throw it when they're close. And I would be willing to say, given the track record of what I've heard, that the people that use that particular weapon you don't throw it unless you are going to hit it, right? I don't know why I took a step back, frankly, but here we are. Nervous? You know what? Root you? Go ahead and knock me back, buddy. I've heard of Half Sword. I have not played it yet, though. I gotta account for my aim. Yeah, but like, you know. If you were forced into that situation, then you train. You're gonna train, right? Admittedly, I'd imagine you're not gonna like do what you did in high school or college or university, where you have like 4 weeks on an assignment and you do it all in the last 3 days, you know, or the night before. You got an 800-word essay that's like due tomorrow morning, first period English, and you're like, I think you know what? I think I'll start at 11 p.m. In the mirror matchup, like, I mean, obviously it's I think it goes both ways, man. I don't know. I'd imagine like whoever throws the net first. I don't know if they win or if they lose, frankly. I guess it depends. But I imagine the odds are as even as you would probably imagine they'd be. How about you get rooted? How about I disappear? You can't move, buddy. I'm sleeping. Stun you? We gotta like let that. Yeah, let that. Wow! Well, I'd love to hear your. I'm not actually picking apart your logic here, but like I am curious as to why, like, if you throw it first, you win. Because I would feel like it could go either way, man. Gladiator. Gladiator. Maybe like phalanx or something? Gladiator. Something is updated and I'm scared. I don't know. It's in excellent condition. That's all I know. We got one more fight before the boss. My guy, I saw this in the video, but you keep doing it. You root after running away. Yeah, but like some of them move really far distances. So whilst I appreciate what you're saying, it doesn't. I have so much armor that first of all it doesn't matter, but also second of all it guarantees that I at least get like 3 turns of my route, right? It depends like how, like for instance, right? Yeah, boom, he does that, but like I mean we fly away. Okay, he actually stood still there, so he kind of did me in there. But like, I mean, we fought a guy earlier who was leaping the entire screen. Me flying away and then rooting would have been a tremendously poor decision, I think. So we'll do it here. Okay, you know what? It's not bad. Not bad. You didn't manage to clear the whole distance. But that being said, once again, it's kind of just like a 6.5 a dozen thing. We may take a couple hundred damage, but we have 4,500 armor, you know? Now we're on to the final boss of this arena. Oh, it's Bargoyard, the mage. You've heard stories of the legendary wizard Bargo since you were but a youngster. The traveling tales of Bargo are a favorite amongst children all throughout Brandor. We have to kill, like, Santa Claus, man. He's got 30 agility, 90 magic. This might actually not. I might actually lose here. Start you off with a root. He missed. That's huge. That's a big hit. That's a big hit. As long as, dude, honestly, see if he's hitting me and not casting spells, that's even better. I do not want him to cast spells on me here. Root him first. Now we're out of range. Now his head's spinning. Also, rooting and then be... Okay, I'm not out of range. He's jumping. I blew off a folklore hero's head. I'm really glad he did not cast one single spell in all of that, man. He looks like someone's neighbor. If he cast a spell, we could have been in trouble. The starting club is like the best weapon in the game, man. So I'm coming to believe. We're not very far off of fighting Emperor Antarus, I believe. I don't know how many more challenges we got to go. 3 more. Yes. If you accept, you'll lose your humanity and spend the rest of your days in eternal undeath. There's a chance to stop the Emperor. I need you to buy me time, Bargo. Bargo was a good guy. He was dead. He became a ghoul or a spectre for the Emperor, dude. Oh my god. We laid him to rest. We laid him to rest. Oh, we actually do have to fight an Archangel. I was just saying it as a joke. I thought he was just wearing some fancy gear. I didn't know me to do that. Send me back. Okay, you ain't got a lot of sauce on you. How about you take one of these? Call me in the morning. How does the power level thing work? What's the power level thing? Oh, a crit! How can you win with 300 less? Sheer force of will is how I win. Gladiator. It's because I'm Gladiator. Gladiator. That's how we win every single time. Superior strategy. Maximum res maxing. Dude, do you know what, man? I've kind of turned a corner on the Costco guys, and I feel really bad about it, because, like, now... And I know that, like, this is really, like, pot kettle kind of thing, but, like, you know, you see them do a video saying boom and doom, and I'm like... It's just sad at this point, guys. But then I see the Rizzler doing, like... And I'm like, let's go. How much we bet in the final tournament is just zombies for all the previous bosses. Oh, that'll be a good one. Wowie. Okay. I'm getting you... Well, hold on a minute. You're scaring me? You were jumping too much there. Yeah, chill out there, boss. That was not a very strong cat. Oh my god. Okay. We're sleeping. We'll hope that you don't jump straight into me here. Stun, good. Taunt, good. And you're dead. I still have no idea who the Costco guys are. That's, like, really unfortunate. That's sad. Oh, Ultratus. Level 60. Night Elf Mohawk. And level 60 Night Elf Mohawk. Do the Costco guys operate in Costco? Sometimes, yeah. Most of the time not, because like they're not associated with Costco. They're just called the Costco guys. I mean, honestly, if I'm like somebody who's in the marketing department of Costco, I'm probably loving the Costco guys just by virtue of the fact that like every time people talk about them, they have to say the name of the company that you're trying to market. Like they must love that for sure. Wowie, he flew. Okay, stun. Nice damage. More damage. Yes! Is there like a PvP version of Swords and Sandals? I think there is, kind of. Like, if I recall, there's PvP in Swords and Sandals 3. I expect to see Tom on the battlefield when we get to Swords and Sandals 3. I once fell into a bucket of noobs. I love that. Perfect hit. Perfect start. I get knocked away briefly with the first attack, and it allows me to get in some omega hits, man. Some omega hits. Oh, I did it again. Return. Oh, I did a jump. I didn't want to do a jump. And never mind, it doesn't matter. Send me the next one. Enter the arena. Root him. He didn't knock me back. Doesn't matter that we did that. Oh, yeah, he's knocked me back now. It's all just a matter of time. Now we levitate. Where am I? Push him. He's knocked me back. Room on the ground. You can't hit me. He's drowning. He's struggling, man. He can't. Oh, I'm sleeping. Push him. Yes! I don't think a Swords and Sandals hitless run is like even possible. You ever played Poke Rogue? I have. I've never gotten like endless mode really and gotten that far in it. Is it still up and not like alive? Because like I was really expecting like, you know, it to get smashed into the earth, frankly. I'm kind of like very nervous about doing like basically anything related to Nintendo, especially Pokemon, because I'm pretty well, not intimately familiar, but I'm pretty aware that they can be they got a bit of a litigious side to them, so to speak. We seem to regenerate shout if we actually hit an effect onto them, which is pretty huge. Just to point this out, Ross's YouTube viewers have doubled since we were talking about. I mean, listen, it's because I'm right, okay? And I don't even know. Tom is still here. You know what? You know, I like listening to some of this outlandish takes of yours, Ross. Makes me angry, which in turn makes me perform better at the gym. What? Sorry, what was my outlandish take? What have I done now? What is it now, man? What is it now? Dude, you can't just keep casting spells at me, bro. That's not fair. Get rooted, brother. Wow. Wow. The classic collection on Steam now has fan mods. There is, yeah, you can get it in client in the game. There's like some things where it's like, do you want to try this version? It's a boss rush mode, but you get more money in between fights. Start off with the root. Stun him. That's bad. That's bad. That's fine. That's bad. Okay, bad start. Disappear. Okay, we're stealing energy from him, but can't see with any tremendous certainty we're getting anywhere here, though. We are getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. It is just a fish road, that one, though. But yeah, Tom, I need to know, like, what do you actually think? What I don't, because I need to, like, what was an outlandish take in the last, like, I don't know, 5 minutes, right? Because we're not talking about zombies and dogs, which I could clear, by the way, but still. Wait, are we at max level? I deeply fear feel-good music. Do we hit That's not what you want. Do we hit level cap? Okay, steal the energy at least. Okay, 2,000 damage. I jumped. Never mind. Oh, we reached max level, bro? No! I don't think we were supposed to hit max level yet, frankly. I think because of our charisma, we just got so much XP. The Archon of Justice and Retribution. He visits the arena but once a year to judge those who may be worthy of the upcoming Great Crusade. If killed in battle, he does not die, but returns to the plains of heaven once more. How very convenient. Wow. Will you answer the clarion trumpet call when the Great Crusade calls? You can't have the word call twice in the same sentence, because that just doesn't read right, man. He's got a lot of armor, though. No, wait, that's me. He's also got a lot of armor. He's got more than I do. But I've got more essence. Okay, knock me back. You did not knock me back. Okay, I was hoping you would. Save me some time. That's a good hit, though. Yeah, yeah. Prevent him from coming in. Not the prevention I was looking for. That's good. That's good, though. That's good. Swap places. I had tried to hit with the club. Room. And then fly away. This is not the last fight. This is not the final boss. We killed an agent of God. Does that mean that my gear can't get any better, though? Tournament. I will take the helmet, please. Thank you. Perhaps you're indeed worthy. Time will tell. What is above this? This guy. This guy is above this. I think there may be one more, actually. No, there's not. There's a mysterious creature. The Archangel immolates into a spectacular burst of light. You find yourself sitting on the rock while outside of town when Bargle appears to you next again. My friend, I think I have a way to neutralize the skeletal army. If you can defeat Antarus in combat, I might be able to entomb them forever with a spell. I think we have got the best gear that we could possibly get. We don't have that, though. Wait, no, because that's... Oh, that is better armor, actually. Item purchase. But then it's all legendary. So I have got that one. And I've got legendary on that one as well. What was the helmet that I just picked up there? Helm of Justice. Okay, I've been taking, like, the armor from the bosses thinking they were good. But, like, this one actually clears it, like, unbelievably hard. Like... Was? I do think it would be funny to buy... Just in case. Just in case. I do think... Ooh, the battle pit. I mean, do we care? Be frank with you. I don't think we need to take out a random ghost from... You know what? Send me on the streets. Don't know what that does. Send me on weapons here. It is tempting to be like, I can get like a massive weapon here for the love of the game. But I do think there is like a quaint charm to having that singular club. What best weapon in this game? Trident, okay? On the polearm side of things. What does that tell you, huh? What does that tell you? Explain yourself. Explain yourself. Quick, I hate it, buddy. Thank you for checking out the YouTube stream. Appreciate it, man. Gladiators, no problem. Vegetius. Wow, you're massive. Big hit though. Stop pleasing me. That's a big stun. And with that stun, we can net you again. The grind never stops. That's so true. I did see like a video from a guy who's like, I'm gonna become a millionaire by the end of the year. He already, like, I mean, I think it's all like a scam thing, because he's like trying to sell like a course online. But I did think it was really funny that like one of the first things he was done is like, I spent the first 12 days of me trying to become a millionaire being homeless. I was like, I mean, I get, like, I guess you don't get rich by spending money, but like that does seem like counterintuitive to be like, I'm working on a laptop in like a Starbucks bathroom for 12 straight days, as opposed to like, I don't know, just, you don't have to live like luxuriously. You can like cut back if you're trying to make a point, but just like, I don't know, brother, like, don't get Uber Eats every day or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't have to go delivery or like DoorDash for every single meal. Just like, I don't know, buy some like croissants you heat up in the oven, and then that's your like lunch, and then I don't know, man, like microwave lasagna or something. Spending your entire day in a coffee shop or an airport working on your business, I don't know, man. It's just, but to be fair, I think his entire business, like I like based on like the one or two that I watched, because I was curious about why he was doing this, I'm pretty sure his money making, like the way he makes his money is by selling a course to other people about how to make money. And if I was to guess what the contents of the course is, it's probably to create a course about how to make money and sell it to people that are desperate to make money. Which admittedly is like something of a pyramid scheme, one would argue, I'd imagine. But that's crazy, man. I have been like favoriting a lot of like Instagram reel people that do like, here's how I make $10,000 a day using AI. Because I love to see the weaves that people spin when actually asked to explain their income somewhat. Exactly. Is there, you know, you do make a good question actually. Is there a legal limit to the amount of time you can spend in an airport if you do not get on a flight? Because like nobody ever questions anybody at an airport if they fall asleep in it, right? You always just assume that that person is there waiting for a layover or waiting for their flight. But if I buy like a €40 ticket to Amsterdam and then sleep in the airport for 3 months without paying rent, what are they going to do about it? That's the question. Obviously, it would be awful, right? It would be not a good experience, but it could be technically done. Isn't there a movie about this question? You're thinking of the Tom Hanks movie, The Terminal, I believe. But that wasn't, he wasn't living in it because he wanted to live in it. It was because he was coming over from Krakow and did not have the correct papers to enter the country. Or, no, sorry, the country of Krakow, like dissolved while he was on the flight. I think it's based on a true story though, but it became another country, or it stopped being a country while he was on the flight over. So like now he's got papers for a country that like doesn't exist anymore. So they're like, you don't, and we can't put you back on a flight because you don't belong to that country either. So yeah, it was like a weird one. I think that employees would see you there every single day over and over again and might consider you a national threat. I mean, like, I'd imagine you're not like constructing a bomb out of like W.H. Smith like sandwiches or something. Like, how much damage could you do by spending like $90 at a Krispy Kreme stand in the middle of the airport? I don't know. But that's a good way to that's a good way to fight the system, man. Be honest with you. Going down to baggage claims crazy. But that's like because it's like where other people's things are, right? If they just slept in like, if they just slept, picked a gate and camped out there, not like set up shop, but just like, you know, they were sleeping there, but they were kind of being kind of neat and tidy the rest of the day. I don't imagine. I think it would probably take a while for somebody to notice. I worked at an airport. Believe me, employees don't care. I believe that 100%. Yeah. I'd imagine like you have to have gone through security to get to that point. So like, the expectation is that you're not a threat because someone who is paid to care about this has checked instead for you. That being said, though, like I do remember, I was coming back from London, and like a woman pulled a screwdriver out of my bag, and I was like, I do not know where that's come from, like at all. Like. Okay, hold me up here. I'm scared. I might lose this. I'm panicking. Push him. We stay winning out here. You fool. You fool. You've trapped yourself. Okay, that was a tough. That guy was a little bit scary, but we did persevere. We did succeed. We're very close to the end of this game, and it's great to see. He's a bigger lad than me, but he's not big enough that I think he's got range. Oh my god, he cast a 2000 fireball at me. Yeah, we'll see goodbye to your armor, buddy. See goodbye to your life as well. Yeah, she pulled a screwdriver out of my thingy and was like, what's this? And it even though the first thing that comes to your brain, oh yeah, it's me. Evil Ross. It has come to this. Your penultimate test. You must defeat your demons if you're truly to discover what it is to be a gladiator. The next arena champion. Thankfully, as long as this guy doesn't come shouting, I should win. I've never seen me do 280 damage with that spell, by the way. Wait, if his charisma is high, does that mean that it's more difficult for me to hit him? Okay, 910 damage is pretty good. %33% chance to hit, which is not good odds for me because it's me. That being said, though, this guy is going to be insanely weak. Like, if he actually attacks me, it shouldn't be that bad. His agility sucks as well. I can levitate away. We got plenty to work with here. We are hitting as well. Pathetic. Pathetic. You know what? How about you just sit right there? I'm gonna levitate away, man. I'm gonna keep my distance. Gotta put all the time in the world. Stay melee range. I can't shout in melee range though. That's the issue. If he's in melee range, like I lose the ability to shout. Oh, you're scared now, buddy. Oh, please don't. Please don't. Swap places. Jump this way. Okay. Yes! I went through an airport with my expensive rifle, something like 9k for a firearm and 3k for the scope. I have to get the locks cut off, even though I gave them a key copy. After landing, I found out due to the camera in my bag that the agent that did the check slapped the glass out of the scope with a wad of keys. I mean, assuming that you had all the paperwork and all that kind of stuff and all that wonderful stuff. I mean, like, you've got like a claim like a insurance claim, presumably, right? I guess, I don't know. I've never traveled with something that expensive, frankly, so I don't know what to... I don't really know what to say. It's time for the final tournament, the Emperor's Throne. The ultimate tournament. Defeat 11 more gladiators. I don't think that that's a boss from earlier, I'm pretty sure. Hello, Cell Gladiator. Got a 99% chance to hit here in some regard. Oh, she's angry. I can't, dude. Have you seen that like Jackie Chan is Mr. Miyagi again in another remake of the Karate Kid? That's crazy. I don't know why it's crazy, but like I don't know, man. Will I ever make a Baldur's Gate? Are you asking me to make a Baldur's Gate 3 video? You gotta be out of your mind, man. You gotta be out of your mind. I've talked about Baldur's Gate plenty on the channel. There's been more than enough tangents about that game, but I don't know. Do I read YouTube chat or only Twitch? I read both, man. I got both up on my screen. Don't worry. Zergling. I'm happy to have you here. Baldur's Gate 3 is an indie game, though. Like, I know you're, like, very technically correct, but it's so difficult to see it as an indie game, given Divinity 1 and 2, you know? It is like calling like CD Projekt Red like an indie game company when like it's like Cyberpunk and The Witcher. It's like, and probably other games as well. They probably made like Bloons Tower Defense 2 or something. I don't know. Ooh, a crit. Okay, you are kind of bashing me here, aren't you? How about you get netted? Last night a new X-Can football Twitter argument dropped. It was a good night. I love it when Can starts arguing with people about soccer or football on Twitter, because when I actually do see it, I like to like insert myself into the conversation despite not having a single clue about what they're talking about. Like I'll maybe just like I might do like a quick 25-second Google just to like find out a small piece of information, and then just use it with absolutely no care. This guy's dashing, man. Oh my god. Get stunned. Oh, blew his head off. Could you take on V? No, because they're like a human that's like cybernetically enhanced and yeah, like pretty able-bodied as well, may I add. Disengaging from this bad faith argument. I mean, getting 3 hit. Thank Lord Almighty he didn't say yes. Why would you think I would say yes against a human being? You gotta be out of your mind, man. I'm not like that delusional where I think I would win a fight against like Mike Tyson. I'm not gonna go like 8 rounds with Butterbean, man. You know? I'm gonna last 15 seconds against Butterbean because that 15 seconds is him sizing me up, me backing my way into a corner, and then him clobbering my skull with his fist and me immediately hitting the ground. It's not really a 15-second fight. It's more like a 15-second softly, softly catchy monkey. Wiring Studios employ 450 people. That is not indie. Where do we draw the line though? Because like an independent artist, like for instance, like there are artists that are humongous. Like I don't know, like for instance, I don't know, a band called like Set It Off. I guess is like my first and only example that I know I can say with absolute certainty are an independent artist, like an independent band. They have like 3 million followers on monthly listeners on Spotify. But like you'd be like, that's a big band, I'd imagine, right? But like like independent means that they don't have a label, not that they're like an indie band. So where do we draw the line here? You really know how to fly around, don't you? 800 damage. Okay, you know what? That works perfectly for me. Now, if I hadn't fallen asleep... Never mind. 3,000 damage! Mike Tyson versus one gorilla. Who wins? I mean, unfortunately, it's probably the gorilla. I think Mike Tyson would put up a pretty good fight, though. If we're talking about, like, Mike in his prime, I think he'd put up a better fight than you'd think. He'd still probably lose, though. But, like, you know, I say probably. He'd lose, but it would be something. But I don't think Mike's that kind of guy. I don't think he's that kind of guy. Larian is an indie, but Baldur's Gate 3 is not an indie game. I'd say that, like, okay, can we... So, it's a double-A game. How about that? Could we... Is that like a middle ground for all of us to stand in? It's not a triple-A game. It's a double-A game. So it's like a massive game made by a studio that is not necessarily considered like a triple-A publisher, like a big, like EA or Ubisoft or something, which I think is part of EA, but still. Yeah, independent is just independent from a publisher, I guess. Or like, I guess hasn't been claimed by like Bethesda, hasn't been bought up by Bethesda yet, or by Microsoft. Sorry, Microsoft got bought out Bethesda, I should say. Do you know what's like, I think really confusing to me? We had like a bit of, do you remember like, I think it must have been like 10 years ago or something, like a bunch of these massive companies were buying up the properties and IPs of like a bunch of different indie game companies, but then just like closing them down and then not using their IP. What's the deal with that? What's that about, man? Oh my god, he's got an arbalest on his back, man. He's carrying one. He's got a ballista. He's got a heavy ballista, man. Why are you coming in close to hit me with a bow? Like, what, with a crossbow, man? I think the word indie has definitely lost its meaning a lot, right? Because, like, I mean, to be fair, like, you would still, like, for instance, we played Shroom and Gloom the other day. It's an indie game, but it has got Devolver Digital as its publisher, right? So it's not actually technically an indie game, but, like, it's made by, like, a small team of people, presumably. So, like, even, like, the argument about, like, they don't have a publisher kind of doesn't really mean much, because most of the games that we hear about that are indie games have got a publisher behind them, and that's probably why you heard of them. When you die, you might rise again to fight in my undead army. Oh, we're fighting. This is the final boss, Emperor Antarus. Oh my god, he's like a lot. He's got 40s and everything, though. 8,000, Ruler of Death. Alrighty, alrighty. How about we start off with Netnya? And then we run away. He's got double in everything. Double my power score, but he does not have double my charisma. Which means he might as well be unarmed. That's quite scary. Gonna go ahead and skip you out here. Gonna go ahead and net you. Wow, you can still hit me from there, huh? Anyway, see you later. Sayonara. Good hit. Okay, we stun him. One more turn. Stun him. He's floundering. Stun him again. Stun him again. Steal his energy. Stun him again. Stun him again. One turn. Stun him again. Never mind. Root him again. The easiest final boss of all time. He doesn't stand a chance. He's resurrected again! Yes! Bellingy, thanks so much for the Twitch Prime. I appreciate it greatly. Antarus has been vanquished. His armor topples to the floor, then fades into dust as evil particles rise and surround you. Unholy noise pierces the air as the room goes cold, terribly cold. Bargle appears and you are teleported. Deep under the arena, a legion of skeletal warriors stand before you. Bargle casts a powerful spell in a shimmering prison of opaque stone and tombs all before you. These fiends will not soon escape these bonds. Returning to the surface, you face a stunned and awestruck crowd. The people chant your name, oblivious to the incredible events beneath. A great celebration breaks out throughout the city. With you, the guest of honor, the grip Antarus held over this town has been broken. Your name has become legend, but you cannot stay in Doomtrek forever. With your new fortune, you buy passage on a mighty galleon and bid farewell to Bargle and the other friends you have made during your days as a gladiator. As the ship sets sail, you look back on the island of Doomtrek. Life will go on here, a new ruler will rise, and the gladiatorial games will continue. Other heroes will be born and die upon the sands, but that is no longer your story. For weeks you sail on across the mighty Pilthian Ocean. Visions of the Emperor Antarus seem to come to you at night, and you decide to seek Sorry, hold on. Why is that a tongue twister for me? Sir Belgrave and Soul's Gateway for answers. You feel a great unease as the ship turns north and the sea turns cold. 2 months after your great victory, you reach the city of Soul's Gateway in the frozen north of Brandor. Mountains rise to the heaven, and you hear rumors of a dark presence on the wind. What draws you downward into the deepest dungeon and mountain tunnels here you cannot say, but you are compelled downwards, ever downward. What lies beneath these great mountains? The adventure continues in Swords and Sandals 5, Grail of Antares. Available now. But, so wait, what's Swords and Sandals 3? I guess this, I guess the part 5 is a callback to part 2. But, this is the Lich King, bro. When was that released? Thank you for playing Swords and Sandals 2, Redo, Emperor's Reign. When I first created Swords and Sandals back in the ancient days of 2005, I never thought I would be still working on the series 12 years later. It could not have been possible without you and the many other fans of the series who have enjoyed the games, wrote me letters, made fan videos, and kept Swords and Sandals spirit alive. Thank you to the great folks at eGames for allowing me to return to the world of Brandor once more. Woohoo! Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy some Swords and Sandals. We actually completed a game on the channel. What the? Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Take care. I'll see you all next time. Bye.